Hey, I'm Sarah. I was just sent this UV resin kit. This thing is a pretty neat idea because it's got a UV light to actually set the resin faster. So my kids like to do those little resin things and make necklaces and jewelry and all that, but it takes so long to do that it's kind of a pain. This solves that problem. So I'm going to bring you in and we will look at all the different things in here, but it's got everything you need besides the little silicone containers. Like if you want a certain mold, they don't have all the molds. That's separate. But it's got everything you need, including the little light. All right, so as we take a closer look at this, it has the little guide in here as to how to actually use the machine, which is really nice. You can cure things with the UV light within 3 to 4 minutes, or like I said, normally it takes forever to do. So that is really nice. This is your little resin light that works on here. It goes for 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or 150 seconds. And we just get that out. It's got these little side little stands here, so you can set it up. And then you have your button to then select which mode you want. I've got my little resin thing this was mine, that was not supplied. And then it has a little tray, so that way you do not get resin all over the place. They give you a little tray to be able to work on. So now we've got our tray, we've got our lamp, and then we actually have the resin. So it's got a mixing cup and little stirring things if you did want to add different colors or glitters or anything like that. So let's get started and we will make something in my little container right here. It says invert the bottle for a few minutes and then open the cap to use. And then you pour the resin slowly into your project. So you want to make sure that you don't fill the project up all the way. You want to do little layers at a time, because if you do it all at the same time, it's going to be too thick for this to be able to do. You need to do a little bit, let it run for the few seconds or minutes that it has to do, then you do some more layers. So the first time you use this, you will have to open the lid here, and then we just screw on this little cap. Now this does, to be able to work, you have to use this charger that they've included in here. So I've now plugged that in, so it will be ready to go whenever we go, but it is not a battery or a rechargeable thing. It does need to be plugged in. Got to remove the cap, and then we're just going to squeeze it out in here. Okay, now that I've got a small layer in there, I'm just going to slide it under my light here, and then we will let that run through a cycle, and we will check it. This does have a light odor to it. It's not terrible, but there is a little bit of an odor to the resin. But it is working. It's got this nice little blue light on there, and it is doing its thing for I did 150 seconds on here. So here in just a little bit, it will be ready to go. All right, my light just went off on the 150 seconds. So we are going to pull this out and check it. And it made this nice clear piece of resin. That's pretty impressive with how fast that actually worked. The back is still a little bit sticky, so I'm actually going to flip it over and put it back in for another 60 seconds, and then just make sure that that is fully cured before I move on to my next project. Okay, so the extra time just finished up. So now we're going to get it out. And there is no more sticky on here at all. And it really did not shrink from where I put it at, so that is awesome. It's nice and hard. I can't bend it at all, and it was only in for a little over 2 minutes. So that is really neat. You can hear that that's a hard piece of resin. There's not any yellowing on here with this. It doesn't actually have it has an anti-yellowing properties within the resin kit itself. This actually has 12 lamp beads on the bottom, so that way it will help cure your stuff really quick. I am very impressed with this resin kit. Can't wait to make more jewelry and different things with it.